Hey, welcome to Lesson 5. In this lesson, we are going to optimize the model and start posing the dinosaur's shape. Right now, we have this model, which is set at 80 million polygons. It's too much, so we'll need to optimize it. To do so, we are going to use the easiest way, which consists of duplicating the figure. After that, we'll be applying set remeasure to one of the figures. Make sure symmetry is on. So, we click on it and wait a little bit after clicking. As you can notice, the number of polygons has been reduced to around 3000. We've also lost resolution, so we're going to do a projection now. To do so, we are going to hide all the elements but the dinosaurs. So we are going to put the one with lower resolution on the top of the list and the other in the second place. We are going to activate the eyes to make them visible. Now we go to Project, click on it and press Yes. We just need now to wait for the model to be loaded. What we are going to do now is subdivide the model with fewer polygons. It is the one with 3000. So click on it and press Project All again. If we hover over the dinosaur, we'll see that little by little the model with higher resolution overlaps the lower one. Let's do the same process. We are going to subdivide it again to 55,000 polygons and activate the other eye and press Project All so that we can load all these details to the model with less polygons. Notice that although we have fewer polygons now, around 55,000, we have more detail than before with 8 million. Now we are going to do another subdivision, this time to 116,000, and follow the same steps. Project All, and in this way we are optimizing the model. Guys, just compare the details of this one with the one with 8 million polygons. Can you see the difference? It's almost the same. Is it great, right? Let's do another subdivision and a last projection. Okay, check it out. Now it's almost impossible to differentiate any of them. They are pretty the same. So the dinosaur is optimized and the mesh is great as well. The following step will be creating polygroups. To do so, we are going to delete the old model to work with the new one. With the mask and the lasso selected, we are going to create masks in those areas we want to create the polygons. So, go to the Polygroup panel and click on Group Masked. Again, select Mask and Lasso and drag to select it. So it's the same that before, we are going to do it very quickly. So remember, we need to select and drag the mask and then click on Group Masked. What happens? It's going to appear a colored area like this. Let's work with the limbs now. We are going to select the biggest part of each of them in order to create independent polygroups with each part. And we are going to do the same with the nails. Well, let's go to Subtool to optimize the tongue as well. Now bring the camera closer. Okay, perfect. With the symmetry on, we are going to apply set remeasure in order to lower the values. So, select half and reduce the number of polygons. And what about the teeth? We are going to do the same process, so it's very, very easy. Let's bring the camera closer. We can also create a group visible and see if we can optimize them using set remeasure. Okay, it works. Great. Now we are going to unify the polygroups with the group visible option. Now click on set remeasure, then group visible, and we've optimized everything but the eyes. The next step after optimizing the model will be coloring the dinosaur, the legs, the tail, the entire body. To do so, we can add more details if we want to before painting. Here we have also the subdivisions from one to the last one. So, let's start coloring our amazing dinosaur. This step is pretty easy. First, we'll need to pick up a base color and press Fill Object to color the whole body. Now, we are going to select a different material and Fill Object. Okay, play around with different colors to see which one fits better. I think this darker tone is great. Activate color and turn off set sub. What we are going to do now is selecting an alpha, as there's lots of them. That's up to you, and we are going to try colors on the dinosaur. In this case, I'm using yellow for the bottom surface of the dinosaur. I'm also going to set intensity at 9, for instance. We're going to use the drawing pad to paint softly this surface. Obviously, it depends on our skills and on how we want to color it. In case you master digital drawing, it's going to be easier for you. Also, using alphas is really useful. And little by little, we'll be adding details. Remember, it's possible to hide any body part in case they prevent us from coloring the rest of the body, especially in the underarms. Okay, let's color now the neck. How is it going, guys? Okay, by pressing C, we are going to use the eyedropper tool to copy color green. Let's pick up another color. As I was saying, the choice of colors is up to you. We can choose dark tones for the shadows and lighter ones for creating lighting effects. But you know how it works if you are used to the design world. And now I'm going to do it quickly because you know how to do it. Okay, for the back of the dinosaur, we are going to select a different alpha. As I said to you, I'll send you a bunch of them. This one, for instance, is fine to create these lines. We can create them manually or using alphas, as you prefer. You might need to investigate and see which brushes are the best for it. Remember that while painting, we can also add geometric forms. How? By activating Set Add and using the default parameters. This is a good alternative, and if we subdivide the model, the result will be even better. See? As you can see, coloring isn't that difficult, right? We won't work with material in this course, but coloring is pretty similar to digital drawing. What I'm going to do now is selecting the different polygroups to color them properly. This step will be of great aid afterwards when exporting UV maps. After coloring the model, we are going to take advantage of the body cavities and insert a mask in them and darken the areas so that we can add more details to the final result. How are we going to do this? Well, go to the mask panel and then select the option Mask by Cavity. By clicking on it directly, we'll see that it's been created some masks in the cavities. Now, we are going to invert the mask and use a dark color and low intensity to color the area. By doing this, the folds get a darker tone. We are going to do this on the whole body. This tool is really helpful. We just need to get used to the different options and parameters. Also, in the Mask by Cavity button, there is a blur which allows us to determine the masked area. In my case, I've used this tool in the easiest way, just pressing the button. Guys, it's almost done and looks great! See you in the next lesson, where we'll be pausing the model and exporting UV maps. Are you ready for the last lesson? I can't wait to see it finished. See you right now!